guys, this is Nele Messerschmidt, the vocalist of ELVELLON.
Hi guys, this is Runkel, bass player of ELVELLON, and you're watching That Metal Interview.
That Metal Interview. And so we have a dual interview on this segment of That Metal Interview, the fastest rising podcast on the globe, hands down, in my opinion. Rock metal, death metal, thrash, hair metal, anything under the roof of rock metal. So we have from the band ELVELLON, ELVELLON, we have from Germany, Nele Messerschmidt, vocalist for the band, and bassist John Runkel. They will chat about the band's brand new album, their sophomore album, second full length, being that there was an EP in 15. So this is the album Ascending in Synergy that they are promoting via Napalm Records. And so right now we are going to show you and present to you their latest single and video by the name of The Aftermath of Life. Isn't that an awesome title? And here it is. Enjoy. We'll be right back. in my opinion, the fastest rising symphonic metal band on the planet. And we have Nele, vocalist, and Jan, bassist for ELVELLON, directly from Germany, promoting their brand new album by the name of Ascending in Synergy, which is an awesome record. I got to hear it, and you guys have full access to it as well, as it dropped on May 17th of 2024. It's in your hands if you want. You guys can stream it, download it, purchase it, of course. So anyways, Napalm Records strikes again. Let's go directly to the interview with Nele and Jan of ELVELLON. Enjoy. What part of the planet are you at?
Germany.
Yeah.
Europe.
Is all the whole band from Germany, or you guys in different countries, or?
Yeah, very, very localized in Western Germany.
Yeah.
So do you guys rehearse, or you guys are that good that you don't rehearse?
Actually, we've done very little rehearsals over the past year because of all the album process, but we are sliding into it, and at the moment we are rehearsing quite frequently, like 2 to 3 times a week, I think, because like we have our big release show coming up, and yeah, with all the new material, some of us are pretty nervous, including me.
Hello. Yeah.
So what are you guys rehearsing? The new songs, of course, right? Or how many new songs are you guys rehearsing?
Almost all of them. I would say more than a half. Well, the set for the release show consists of like the good mix of new songs and, of course, like the old bangers, you know. And so since we didn't rehearse that frequently, we really need to get back on track with the old songs as well, and it's always good for us to play the whole set through before a show.
So when is your next show here? What's the next coming show?
Actually on Friday.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be the release show for the album, and yeah, we're quite nervous.
So before we get into your new album, the new music, for people that don't know ELVELLON, the name of the band or the band, take us to the beginning. When did it start? What year was this? And who started it?
That's for you, Nele.
Oh, okay. Well, we formed actually in 2010, and that was back then our drummer Martin and our keyboardist Pascal, and that was right here in our hometown Moers. And yeah, then Martin and I met at a birthday party, and I was quite drunk, to be honest. And he asked me to sing something for him because he was looking out for a good vocalist. And yeah, then we were there in, I don't know, mutual friend's garden, and yeah, I just sang something to him, and that was kind of a match right at first sight. And yeah, everything went from then. After that, in 2012, Gilbert, our guitar player, he joined, and he was really into what we planned on doing, and what kind of ideas we had, and the way the band developed as a whole. And yeah, then after that, we had quite a few bass players, but they unfortunately left. The last one left in 2018 because he's a real good drummer and a real good guitarist, and we definitely understood why he chose not to be a part of ELVELLON anymore. But we let him go with a tear in our eyes, to be honest. And then yeah, we were lucky enough in 2019 to meet Jan. And first of all, he joined as a live player, live bassist. And yeah, it became very clear to us very soon that he's just another missing puzzle piece, and he's also the perfect match for us. And he became a permanent member after we finished the songwriting process, really. And yeah, this is how we came to be.
Yeah, I at one occasion in I think 2020, or I don't know when it was exactly, I told them like I don't have time to be like a real full-time member of the band, so keep me as the live member, but I won't mind if you find somebody like to permanently take the position. But they made it pretty clear that they wouldn't let me go.
I remember very vividly the one talk we had in my car after a gig or something, and I brought you home. And I remember how we talked about you being a permanent member of the band or not, and why not, and chasing the dream, you know. And that was quite funny enough to that. It didn't take much longer until you became a permanent member. I think 1 year or something.
Yeah, like we made it official in 2023, but
yeah,
I kind of slid into being permanent.
yeah.
Well, you guys sound great. I mean, you guys clicked with Jan for sure. I mean, you guys sound awesome. The record sounds awesome. We'll get into it right now. So why? I mean, I respect all metal genres. Why symphonic metal? Why not an 80s rock band? Why not a Dio heavy metal band or a thrash band? Why symphonic metal? Are you guys? Of course, you guys are fans of symphonic metal, right?
Well, we are. I think it's kind of the common thread between all of us. And yeah, we all come from different genres as well, but we all have this, as I said, common thread. And that's, I don't know, that's what we ended up doing somehow. We experimented, obviously, we had like, I don't know, 8 years before Until Dawn of experimenting and finding out what we are and who we are. And yeah, very soon it became extremely clear, like the female voice, the orchestration, and you know, the heavy metal parts combined. This is symphonic metal in the end. I mean, Jan comes from a background of death metal and whatnot, and I listen to every genre, music genre, as long as I like it. And yeah, I know we all come from a different place music-wise, but yeah, combined we're a symphonic metal band because we all like it.
So when you say other genres, do you mean like pop or maybe hip-hop, country?
I have a soft spot really for also jazz and blues and all that kind of good stuff. I like good rap, to be honest, and I really train my vocal ability a bit with like double time parts because pronunciation is very key also in the music I do, and that's something I really enjoy doing because it's kind of an uncommon way to train your speech and your pronunciation there.
Oh, for sure. So that was one of my questions.
I really don't like judging genres and stigmatize them, and I just want to appreciate music as art, and it doesn't really matter to me what genre music is labeled, as long as I like it and I can benefit from it in whatever way. I just try to enjoy it as the art it is, because let's be honest, metal in so many ways is not like, so many bands are out there not inventing the wheel, just as ourselves. We didn't invent symphonic metal. And I don't know, it's, yeah, I want to learn to appreciate each kind of music, really.
Now that you mentioned that, how do you guys make sure it doesn't sound, your band ELVELLON doesn't sound like another band? Because you guys have your own sound already. I mean, I listen to different bands and different genres, and you guys have managed to make your own sound. Who's behind the whole picture here? Is it Gilbert or is it Jan, or is it, who's the producer here?
Actually, I was not involved in the songwriting process for the album. I kind of joined the recordings. Like, it's when you hear bass on the album, that's me, but I was not involved in playing it, in writing it. But the way I kind of watched it all happen when I was the live member is that the ideas come from everybody in the band, Some ideas are coming from the keyboard player Pascal. Some ideas are like riffs based from Gilbert. Yeah, kind of everybody is bringing stuff into it. But I think the largest portion of the sound is really shaped by Gilbert as he's producing it. For the bass, for example, I came in with my idea of the bass sound, and but he took my gear into, like, when we recorded it, he took the clean recorded tracks and did some reamping stuff. So he shaped the sound of the bass, kind of based on what I have, but he like put it into his vision. Same for guitar sounds, keyboard sounds. I think is what like Pascal and Gilbert are finding them together. I think. Yeah. So sound-wise, it's a lot of influence from Gilbert.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the same. But we did a lot of reamping on Ascending and Synergy compared to Until Dawn. And sound-wise, it really is. We don't make sure to not sound like another band or to sound specifically like another band. We don't aim for that. I think it's really important to stress that, because comparison with the I learned the new word here, the OGs. You know, we don't do music to become famous or to be successful no matter what. We just try to do what we love, really, and try to express that. And I think also that a lot of our sound comes from the feeling we all try to carry, and we all carry within ourselves. And that is something really important to say, because the comparison is constant, you know, the comparison to other big bands. And so many people think we just try to copy the sound of these big bands, and that's simply not the case. We try to uncover what a song sounds like, and we try to discover our own sound, and we really let things evolve, you know. And I think a lot of it is just feeling and letting music happen.
Yeah, put your own little signature stamp on every song, and that's what makes the sound of the band, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we all decide democratically, music-wise, and whatever decision has to be made in the band. And I think that is something that really divides us from so many other bands. There's not one composer or one guy that writes the songs, and everybody else rehearses to that and they just adapt it. That's not the case. We all put our piece to that, you know, and this is a very successful recipe for us.
I heard the album. It sounds badass, of course. Every song sounds like a movie. Every intro, every piece. I mean, to me, that's badass, right? It's cool. When you guys were writing songs, who's the first one that comes up with the first, maybe the keyboard player, Pascal, or who sets the ball rolling here? Or do you just come up with a sheet of lyrics, or who's the first person here?
Yeah, I can only tell from what I heard from the band, so it's secondhand information, but in most cases it's Pascal who has like collected some ideas and he's bringing them, playing them on the keyboard to the band. That's the usual way, and there are some songs that are based like on more of a Gilbert is coming on with a guitar riff. Like those are, I think, the two ways that spark a song.
Yeah,
I love the ballad "Last of Our Kind." I like that song right there. I mean, they're all good. They're all just awesome. Can you guys talk about that song, that slow song?
Well, lyric-wise, it's very, very dangerous, to be honest, because the lyrics were written by our drummer Martin, and he's very specific about how to convey what he wanted to say there. So I would leave that out. But music-wise, I would say this is, of course, a ballad, obviously, and we really had this experience. We never did such a song for, because it's not typical symphonic or typical metal or what have you. It's more the spheric kind of thing, and we really love to experiment on that. I remember vividly how we jammed to that song and tried to, as I said, uncover it. So it's a very specific song on the album, yeah, and I truly understand how you like it so much.
Yeah, that's awesome. How long was the writing process for this album, Ascending and Synergy? Was it a couple of years? Because your last release was 2018, I believe. There's a video in between. How long was this process?
I think songwriting process started somewhat at the end of 2019. Like, we had a pretty busy year in 2019 playing shows, and like this German tour that we had with Visions of Atlantis. Songwriting started there, then got pretty badly interrupted by the pandemic, and
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But you have to add the fact why we got so heavily interrupted.
Yeah. But it's what Nele already said. There is not one person writing the songs, but the songs are being created together in the rehearsal room. So if you cannot get into the rehearsal room with your band members, like, what can you do? Just sit and wait. It was a luckier situation for other bands who do more like home recording stuff, and like everybody writes their stuff and maybe exchanging or whatever other processes that other bands have. But yeah, pandemic hit the ELVELLON way of writing songs pretty hard. And it, like, the writing process ended somewhere in 2022 when I think, what was it, early summer or so, when drum recording started in 2022.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't summer, I think it was like July or something, yeah.
So songwriting process took about 2 years, you can sum it up.
Yeah.
So who's the main lyricist?
Pretty quickly, really. That was very surprising to us, because although it sounds pretty easy to uncover a song, it simply isn't. And we also had songs that were really heavy to uncover and really took us some time, and then others just went so quickly, like in a heartbeat. Like for symphonic metal, I know that Into the Vortex took us about 2 or 3 weeks, which is extremely fast. And this whole song just, I don't know, it was like it wanted to tell us, you know what, I'm here, I want to be out, and I'm done now. I'm ready to be out there. And that went so quickly, and so 2 years is really like nothing for us.
When writing a new song, did you guys ever stop and say, are people going to dig this stuff? Are fans going to like this stuff? Or did you guys just approve it and this is just for us?
The way I get it from the band is that nobody talks about like how will people receive this song, but it's more like it's really more like the cliche artist being like in their room and shaping the art until they think it feels right to them. But correct me if I'm wrong, Nele, but I've never heard anybody on the band say anything like, but we cannot do this like this because people will not like it, or because it's not earworm enough, or I don't know, we need a more catchy chorus, something like these thoughts. I never heard anything about like
it
that.
Doesn't really cross our minds, to be honest, because we write music because we love it and not to impress anyone. And of course, all these thoughts, like especially with our new contract with Napalm Records, you have to now think about, will people buy it, will people love it, whatever. And of course, we have such a strong fan base. It's small, but our fans are just killing it over and over again, and we don't want to disappoint anyone, but that comes after having the party at the rehearsal room, really, because when writing we really are hyper focus, absolute hyper focus, and at the end of every rehearsal, we tend to just re-listen to what we just wrote, and when it kicks us, we're just the happiest persons on this planet. And I know we're so goofy when that happens, and it doesn't really cross our minds if anyone else outside of this band likes it. That
Right.
comes with the release date. You know, the closer it gets, the more nervous you get, and the more you think like, oh my God, will we disappoint anyone? And is the variety of the songs, is that enough, or whatever? But that really comes like in the second place.
Well said. I saw an interview with Metallica. I believe it was James. If it wasn't James, it was Lars, where they said the same thing. I mean, they're like, we write music for ourselves. We don't think of anybody else or the fans or friends. But you're welcome to share and like what we like. So that's a cool answer right there. But yeah.
Thank you. It really is. It's not like out of a like nasty behavior kind of thing or something. It's just that we come together and we're just musicians at heart, and we love to create. And the moment you hear what you created, and you can listen to it, actually what you had in your head for such a long time, that is just so, I don't know, it just overcomes me really. And then I don't have really like the head space to think about what anyone else would say. You know, it's like you have this new band shirt and you definitely want to wear it, and then finally the day is there that you wear it, and you don't think about the fact that someone could comment on the fact that the shirt you're wearing is not that good or something. You know, that's kind of the process behind it, I think.
So which is your favorite track here, each one of you, on this new album?
Mine is Ocean of Treason at the moment. Because it's just really fun to play. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna rehearse it first, like when after this interview I have to get my kids to bed, and then I will practice a bit for Friday. And this one is the first to get me in the mood.
Yeah, I can agree with that completely, but I think it's always really I don't like picking my favorite out of my 10 babies, you know. But I would agree with Jan on Ocean of Treason, and I have a second one I have to mention, and that is A Legacy Divine. Because compared to Ocean of Treason, these are kind of like two extremes on the album. The one is really heavy and really dark, and the other one is so uplifting and so blissful, and I just fall in love with that song whenever I hear the ad-libs at the end, all the time. And also I try to do this from another perspective, the songwriting from another perspective, lyric-wise. And I just fall in love with the message over and over again, really, because it's really, you have to listen to the song as if life itself is talking to you and is begging you to live it. And I don't know, I just love that perspective, and yeah, that's...
I like them all. I like all the songs. I truly like the way the album kicks off with Unbound. It just it's just one of those songs that it's just a bomb in your face. I get your point about you can't pick one of your 10 babies, right? I got it. If you guys had a chance to change something on the album, of course you can't change anything no more. As soon as the mix is done and mastered, you guys can't go backwards. Is there anything you guys want to change? Something you might have heard? They're like, oh man, here's a bass part. I wish I did this other lick, or in the vocals, I should have done this harmony or something else.
Honestly, I'm the happiest I'm the happiest with this album. I'm sorry, I go first now. Okay.
Go first.
I'm the happiest with everything except for one thing, and I wish our finances would have been better, because I would have loved to shoot a third real music video. I would definitely change the way our lyric video came out. I would have traded it for another real one.
Maybe we will come up with another. Maybe we will shoot a video for Into the Vortex.
I would love to.
I think we asked ourselves that question some weeks ago, and I couldn't come up with an answer then, and I can't come up with an answer now. But third album will definitely sound a bit different. I love the fact that I will be involved in songwriting. Maybe you will hear a bit more of my influences there if I can push them in. But the album is just great as it is.
So did you record any parts, Jan, on this album?
Yeah, I played all the bass parts. Okay. But they were mainly written by Gilbert. We altered just little bits and pieces here and there while recording it. It was really a nice experience. I went to his place for 3 days, I think, and we powered through the 10 songs in 3 days. 10-hour shifts every day or something like that. And it was not just, here is the notes, play it. So we developed it a bit together. What I would not really say I wrote it. I just interpreted some pieces of it.
So have you guys already started playing these songs live, or just Friday is the first time you guys are going to start?
Friday's the first time, really.
No, we played already some. How many did we play? We played.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Last year.
Yeah, My Forever Endeavor and Into the Vortex. We did it here in Germany, in Münster.
Yeah, and we did a show with our friends of Snow White Blood, who will be also supporting us on a release show. And there we also played Unbound, I think.
No, we played A Vagabond's Heart, because we were all curious of how people would receive that song as a single, because we didn't write that song as a single, and it was really suggested by Napalm Records. And just after that, we realized what a catchy chorus it is, and or it has, and we just wanted to know how people receive that song, so we played A Vagabond's Heart. Yeah.
Right.
How does it feel playing a new track live on stage with amplifiers and loudspeakers? It's different than sitting in studio and listening to it, and very different. So how did that feel for you guys the first time you heard a certain song in the air that loud?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to say because we are playing with in-ear monitoring, so we are not hearing the same thing as the crowd hears. But it feels powerful. Like these big PAs, usually, at least when I'm playing, I can feel it on stage. And the new songs have quite a different energy than most of the old songs. And yeah, it was great fun. Always a bit like with the older songs, we can anticipate the reaction from the audience most of the times because we played them quite a few times. But with the new songs, it's a bit more exciting to see, like, look in people's faces and see, like, how are they receiving this. Yeah, but fun.
Yeah, it's like bringing, like with this album, you know, it's like bringing a new member into the family, into this big family, and you don't really know what to expect. So for me, it's really strange to know that I'm going to perform the new songs. After all this time playing only songs from Until Dawn. So it's really nostalgic for me to play the old songs, but it's really this new, curious feeling I have. But I'm looking forward to it because I know I can present something fresh and new to the crowd. Yeah, but still it's strange. It's really strange because I don't know what to expect.
When can we expect you guys in North America?
Well, hopefully very soon, but we can't make promises at the moment. The thing is that we are looking out for a booking agency at the moment, and we simply didn't have the space to really think about booking, because, as you know, it took us 6 years to get this freaking album out, and that was so much work, and obviously we now kind of regret that we didn't really work on that, but it just got too much. So hopefully next year, but for this year it will be a bit, I think it's a bit too late for booking actually, but let's see what the future brings. We would love to play the US.
Maybe we can use you for advertising, so if any any booking agents or promoters are watching this, give us a call. We would love to get into the US.
So, brand new album, Ascending in Synergy, dropped May 17th. So people watching, purchase it, order it. Where can people order this besides Napalm Records? Do you guys have a link there?
You can basically order it everywhere. I know about Amazon. You can order it there, and really every online shop that.
Yeah, all the streaming services everywhere.
Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you guys for your time. You guys are very cool people. You guys are not big-headed rock stars. You're cool rock stars.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
It's been great talking to you.
Do not forget to subscribe and support the podcast That Metal Interview. It's not the metal, it's That Metal Interview from the state of Texas, from your host, your friend James of That Metal Interview, of course, and our sister website and rock station news media, J Rock's Metal Zone. And we appreciate each and every one of you who accompanies us every week as our episodes drop weekly, sometimes twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. So you guys have to subscribe and press the notification bell on YouTube or wherever you might listen to the podcast and your favorite interviews and blah blah blah, right? Could be Spotify, could be Google Podcasts, could be iHeart, Amazon. Anyways, so thank you, Nele. And thank you, Jan, for swinging by to promote the band's newest record by the name of Ascending in Synergy, which dropped May 17th. It's available on your phone, on your device, or log on to their socials, as they mentioned the links, and Napalm Records. You guys can also find the records there. Expect them in your neighborhood soon, as they are traveling around the world promoting their music, their badass symphonic metal for us metalheads. So thank you guys. Thank you for supporting the podcast. And don't forget to keep it metal.